Number one, how can you decide whether your speech partner speak your language or different language? Set the time for practice. Be intentional about when you practice your new language with your partner. Avoid grammar topics. Remember, your partner is not your teacher. Out when you practice your new language with your partner. Set rules for correction. Make the most of family time. Understand your cultural differences. Number two, what is your mother tongue? Is there any variation of it you can find in the society? How can that be? Give three examples of the variation in each language level. My first language is Java. Yes, there is variation of this language is the diversity of language and reflect the cultural diversity of course. The diversity of language varies contents. In addition, Javanese use hieroglyphics and honorifics to indicate sensitivity to status as defined by age, social position, and other factors. Honorifics are used when one talks about oneself. One has to be humble. Honorifics are used when one speaks about someone of a higher status or one want to show respect. Example is Ngoko, aku arep mangan or I want to eat. Madya, kula ajeng nedha. Krama netral, krama humble, kula badhe nedha. Dalem badhe nedha. Honorific question, speaking to a person of higher status. Bapak kerso dahar, do you want to eat? Literally, does father want to eat? The person of lower status expressing one's superiority. Yo, aku kerso dahar. Yes, I want to eat. Reply to the person of lower status without expressing one's superiority. Ya, aku arep mangan. To person with the same status, inggih kula badhe nedha. The use of this different style is complicated and requires knowledge of the Javanese culture. Most Javanese do not master all the style they use. They usually learn Ngoko and the basic of Madhya. Young Javanese have problem with learning the social stratification of language. Number 3, is there any dyslexic situation in the language you speak? Can you give the example of its usage? What do you think? Why that situation can occur? Yes, there is. Example is same with number 2. Becomes social stratification of language and his people. Number 4, why is it so important to know the local norms where you stay? Is it wrong to keep your own culture when you are not in your own society? Cultural norms and values give us predictability and help keep order in society. Without cultural norms and values, there will be chaos and anarchy at worst. Society is aided by cultural norms and values because they give people a set of expectations for how to think and act. Number 5, the Chinese ethnic in Indonesia have their own style of Bahasa Indonesia and be passed down to their children. Is that include to Pidgin? How can you explain this phenomenon? Yes, this is Pidgin because Chinese ethnic in Indonesia has been in Indonesia since the Dutch colonial era, so they have own language tell how to speak Indonesian language.